All right, welcome back. Today we're going to look at setting up trainer mode on these two RadioMaster TX16S. We have on the left-hand side MkII running EdgeTX, and on the right-hand side we have the MkI running OpenTX. And we're going to use this standard 3.5mm audio connector cable. There are some diverging opinions online. What is the right one to use on the MkI? The MkII has officially switched over to a standard Spectrum JR style plug. I found that this one works just fine on the MkI as well. I found you just need to make sure to insert it properly, and then it should be good to go. All right, there is a little bit of setup to do beforehand. Okay, so now we're going to go into the menu and prepare our radios for that. So this is the radio on the left-hand side that is sending signals what the learner wants to fly, and then the trainer, so the teacher, can override this with the right-hand radio. So the left-hand radio, the radio frequency transmission will be disabled. It will send the commands or the desired commands via this cable, PPM style, to the right-hand radio, and then you can implement different logics to send out that signal to the actual receiver. All right, so we go into model mode, scroll down to the trainer section, select slave, and we use the jack. You can also do wireless things, but yeah, I want to use the cable. So we just confirm this. You can select the channel ranges, and you can format the PPM stream, which might be required, I think, if you're using radios from different manufacturers. But of course, these are very similar, so the defaults of one TX16S will work on the other. All right, so that's pretty much everything we need to select on the learner side. All right, now let's look at what the trainer radio is supposed to be set up. So we press the model button as before. In OpenTX, it's all the way at the bottom of the menu. So instead, we just scroll one up and we see the same selection opportunities as before. So we go with Master Jack. Can confirm this. And then we can move all the way across to the special functions. This basically allows the trainer to select whether to correct the learner inputs. So if we go here, we can select sticks or individual channels or all channels. And depending on how you have set up your mixes, the stick and channels can be quite different. So you will have to check that you have selected the one that is appropriate for your settings. And then I found this little indicator, which means whether or not it's active. You need to remember to set that. So go out, and we're going to use this switch here, but you can select any really. All right, so return here. There is, if you go into System and then scroll over, this is the another menu that might be relevant for you. Here you can decide how the corrections from the trainer are supposed to be applied. So in this instance, the aileron is 100% channel 1, as you can see, but we can also, basically being replaced, but we can also add to or switch the corrections off. I'm not going to use that. I'm also not going to use the multiplier. You will have to set those to your specific requirements. So just a quick overview. We have our 4 standard inputs. The 5th one is empty, and the 6th one is TR6, TR for trainer. So that takes the 6th signal of our PPM stream that goes from the learner to the teacher. And then if we go over to the mixes, we have 4 mixes that are straight, just the sticks at 100%. The 5th one is the second aileron server, so that typically turns the other way. So that's minus 100%. And then the 6th channel is 100% of the 6th input. And that is, of course, our trainer signal. This does not have to be TR6. That could be TR1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can select other ranges to transmit via PPM. I've just used the standard of 1 to 1 to make it a little bit easier. But as with everything in OpenTX and EdgeTX, you have a lot of freedom, but that can also cause a lot of confusion. So that's why I've set this up to be hopefully easy enough for me to understand, and hopefully also for you. All right, let's now see what these switches do and how the whole thing works. I've put both radios into a basic airplane model using 5 channels. The 5th channel is the 2nd aileron servo. So we can see that if the learner is moving the sticks, they show up here as well, and our motor up here is moving. I don't have all the servos connected, but you can see that it just copies directly over what we have. And as before, I have set up a 6th channel from the learner to the trainer or the teacher. So that is this potentiometer here. And yep, that copies over just as the others. Now let's say the learner is doing something a little bit too dicey. We can flip that switch, and now whatever the learner is doing is not going to reach the model, and the teacher has full control over the model. Except this style here, that is not replacing an input here. Rather, the teacher radio just selects the 6th channel coming from the learner and puts it straight through to the model. So this is still in control of the learner. And yeah, that's, I think, quite an interesting setting. So basically we have so and so many channels on our PPM stream that goes from the learner to the teacher, and we can use these to either replace the standard sticks or add to them as new functions. And that's something that I want to use for my earth movers, and hopefully I will be able to accomplish that. But for now, that's my quick introduction to an old school cable trainer setup for the Radiomaster TX16S and similar OpenTX and EdgeTX radios. Thank you very much. Until next time.